Are you serious? Are you serious? Folks, let's take a snapshot, take a look at the Middle East. Let's go to Israel and the surrounding nations. Of course, here is Israel right here. That's part of it. Right up in here, this is Lebanon across this border. Of course, the Sea of Galilee right here, where Jesus originally came from and walked along the shores of the Sea of Galilee. He fed the 5,000 there. He walked on the water here. So great miracles took place in and around the Sea of Galilee. Now, Israel is not just here. Israel's also all of the Golan. But the Golan Heights here is highlighted. It is part of Israel, all right? But it once was Syria. During the 1967 Six-Day War, Israel was attacked by Syria from the Golan Heights. So after Israel defeated Egypt, pushed them back, Lebanon, Jordan, Syria, they went ahead and took back the Golan Heights that was originally Israel in the first place. And they've set, you can see the tanks set all along the border here, protecting Israel from Syria. Over here is Syria and what they call the Syrian Golan area. And there is, of course, Assad's forces. This Air Force up here, this is Assad's Air Force of President Assad. In the green right here, this is a lot of Syrian forces. Again, those are Assad's forces right in there. But in between Assad's forces and the Israeli forces along the border, right along the border here, this has been taken over by Syrian rebels, which is basically Al-Qaeda and or some of the Muslim Brotherhood. The Syrian rebels are right in here, and they fight against Assad's Air Force and Army, and sometimes they take shots across the bow into Israel. Well, we've got breaking news. There has been 43 UN peacekeepers have been captured near the Golan Heights crossing. An armed group have detained 43 UN peacekeepers in Syria near the country's only border crossing with Israel in the Golan Heights area. This took place late yesterday evening. It was happening actually right during Heidi's live broadcast, and Michael Benghazi broke that information to us while we were on the air. Now, those peacekeepers are being held by Al-Qaeda, a group called Al-Nusra, and they're right in this area here. So Al-Qaeda's linked group Al-Nusra is the ones who actually have them. Al-Nusra is a subsidiary, if you will, of Al-Qaeda. The United Nations is making every effort to secure the release of the detained peacekeepers and to restore the full freedom of movement of the force throughout its area of operation, according to the UN. The 43 peacekeepers, all from Fiji, are part of a UN operation that's been in the Golan Heights area since 1974 and charged with maintaining a ceasefire between Syria and Israel's forces since the 1973 war. Of course, the 1967 war took place. That was the Six-Day War. But then, of course, the 1973 war also broke out. And since then, these peacekeepers from Fiji, as well as other nations, have been in that area monitoring it. Well, they've been taken hostage by Al-Qaeda. Now, the other part about Syria you got to understand is it's not just Al-Qaeda and Al-Nusra in here, but you got the Muslim Brotherhood in here, and you have ISIS, which is way over here near the Iraqi border. They have about a third of the country. So the nation of Syria is completely messed up. It's divided. It's controlled by Assad, President Assad. It's controlled by Muslim Brotherhood forces. It's controlled by Al-Qaeda forces along with its subsidiary Al-Nusra. And it's also a third of it controlled by ISIS. And it's completely it's insane what's happened to the nation of Syria. So right now we have this breaking news. We want to get you this information. I want to show you a little bit more. Let me just scroll down just a little, because just to give you a little more idea of the region, if you want to know, down below, right down in here, U.S. forces are in Jordan. Okay, right down in there. Special U.S. forces are down here in Jordan. Matter of fact, down here in Jordan, where a lot of training has been done by U.S. forces of several different nations. Now, and so, of course, this is another zone. It's guarded by the Royal Guard Division. So you've got a lot going on. Syrian rebels, though, have snuck in here. All right. Damascus is way up here in the high corner. Way up here. Way up this way. All right. So it's a mess. What I'm trying to say is this region is a total mess. And we need to really pray as these peacekeepers have been captured. UN, what will happen now in the Middle East? It's getting very precarious. Bible prophecy, excuse me, Bible prophecy certainly is coming to pass as the armies are surrounding Israel. You know what? Jesus said that. When you begin to see the armies compass Jerusalem, know that these are the days of vengeance, and those things that are written will come to pass. Look at all the armies. Jordan, Syria, Lebanon, Egypt, America. We just mentioned the Fiji troops, UN troops. Then you got to talk about Muslim Brotherhood, Al-Qaeda, Al-Nusra, Assad's armies. It just goes on. ISIS. It just goes on and on and on. Hamas, Hezbollah. I mean, it's just a Muslim Brotherhood. So it is taking place, folks. The Bible is coming to pass. The end times are here. Are you saved? You really need to know we are living in the last days. I'll be back with more current world events, how they relate to Bible prophecy, and the powerful Word of God.